Friday night. Usually it's pretty active up on Kalakaua on Friday nights. Maybe we'll catch some do a little demon spotting. See if we get any. It's been a long time. Just a little Lord's Prayer in case. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. The Lord's Prayer, in the Bible, I guess, some versions of it, I don't know if this is a Mandela thing, because the Mandela effect really screwed the fucking Bible up big time. They have a forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us part. It's forgive us our debtors, or forgive us our debts as we forgive those who are debtors. Something about debtors. It's very Khazarian, you know. But anyway, there's a lot of changes. One of the big ones, the big ones for me, I did a video about the Bible changes before, and there was like 2 pages of them. I'll look for them and see if I can find them. I'll put them up again. But it was the lion and the lamb thing. You know, the lion away with the lamb, blah, blah, blah. It's been changed to wolf will lay with the lamb. Well, it hasn't, as per how the Mandela effect works, it hasn't been changed to that. It's always been that. You just have a bad memory, dude. And Lion and the Lamb, as soon as I said that, I thought of the Dio song, Lion and the Lamb. It's in All the Fools Sailed Away. Caught between the lion and the lamb. And there was all these paintings of that and everything. And now it's not that anymore. It's Wolf and the Lamb. Which, I don't know. Yeah, I wonder what theologians and priests and Bible scholars and all these Christians that tell you you're going to hell for if you don't do exactly what they do, if you don't memorize these Psalms. I wonder what they think of these changes. And maybe they're not changes to them. Like, that's how the Mandela effect works. Like, for some people, it's always been that way. Only if you're affected by it, was it something else. And it's not always the same effect. Some people are affected by certain things and not by others. Like, there's a couple that I'm not affected by. I forget what it was. Oh, the whole Jiffy peanut butter thing. To me, it's always been how they say it is now. I forget what it is, but the Jiffy Pop was a popcorn. It was before microwave. You could put on the. That's how old I am. Before microwaves, you could put on the stove and get. That was called Jiffy Pop. But I don't, I remember the peanut butter being Jif. So obviously I'm affected by a lot of other aspects of it, but not by that. So if someone's affected by it, it doesn't mean all the effects hit them. Sometimes it can only be a couple. But the Bible, so many changes. And like they talk about things that were never in the Bible before. Dragons are mentioned. Unicorns are mentioned. Like more modern words are in there now. It's really weird. I did speak to one priest. God, it was a long time ago. It was kind of when this whole thing kicked off, the idea of the Mandela effect, when people started talking about it more, which was like 2015, I think. And I talked to this one priest who had seen all the changes, and he was alarmed, and he tried to talk to his parish about it, and people were just like shutting him down left and right. And some of them were getting angry that he would even bring it up. That's an Agent Smith thing. Oh, I saw someone use the Agent Smith term the other day. It got a pop from me. Not enough people use that, because that's how a lot of people react to stuff in the beast system here. Oh, this is the black dude? Yeah, there's this black dude right here. He skateboards, but he careens into people, and like he waits for, he's looking for attention. Yeah, he's out here occasionally. And if there's no one around, he won't do it. But if there's people out walking, he fucking goes flying up. Like, I've seen him almost knock people over so many times. But it's like he only does it if there's people to look at him. Like when these cars stop. Like I mean, well, obviously you can't do it while they're moving, but it's, to me, it's like, it's an attention thing. Because you can do what he's doing anywhere else. Like anywhere. But there's not people like this anywhere else. They want the biggest pop from people, you know. So whatever, it's fine. Some people, you know, some people like need attention for everything. It's all right. Yeah, that's a precarious place to park that thing. It's not a good spot. Not a good spot to put it. That poor lady almost fell over from having that thing sitting there. Like, why would you park it there? I don't know, whatever. People they're gone, man. They're all gone. That was good to see. Yeah, like, it's not about, he's not trying to learn tricks or do tricks. He's just looking for attention. Many such cases, you know. I mean, I don't want the guy to get hurt, obviously. It's not good to get hurt, but I've almost seen him hurt people too, before doing that shit. Yeah, I don't know. People just have never been that, like, attention-seeking person. And I know, you know, people might look at the way I dress and say, yeah, fuck you, of course you do. No, that's always a misconception, that your personal style or anything you do is just to get attention. The reason people think that is because that's what they do. That's classic projection, you know? Like when, in anything, any way you present yourself, if it's outside the norm, whether it's because, you know, I wear makeup or my tattoos or the hair or whatever the fuck, my jewelry, people just assume, oh, it's for attention. Oh, this place closed down, huh? It looks closed down, man. That's weird. Like, it doesn't look closed. It looks like shut down. Happens, you know, places, this place is doing well. This place is always packed here. There's always a line out here at night. Same thing with that place across the street there. There's this noodle place over here, right there. Sometimes the line goes all the way there, and I've seen it go down the street there too. And keep moving. You know, people see me talking to the camera and filming, and they fucking get nosy. They either don't like it, or they don't like that I'm not filming them. There's really only two fucking options here. That's the code, no matter where you're at. Yeah. That place is cool looking. I've always thought this place is cool looking. They got tiki fucking things out front of it. Little, what do you call those things? What do you call those tiki things? Those, like, totems? They have them there. And the music place they have over here too, the little bar, the restaurant where they have bands playing that I walk by sometimes. They have some cool ones out there. It seems like a lot less Hawaii type stuff. It seems like it's more just mainstreamed, kind of Americanized, I guess. Like, a lot of times, unless you saw like the palm trees and shit, you wouldn't really know you're in Hawaii. Like, I'm sure that people have watched some of my videos, they probably don't realize this is a beach. Like, the beach is right there. It's down behind the buildings that I always walk down on the street at Kalakaua. The beach is right behind them. I just, I don't like walking on it with sandals on. I've gone down there a couple of times though at night when doing these videos. I'm taking it to the beach. Like the Doobie Brothers. So yeah, the Mandela effect, man. Still popping. Things are still happening with that every day. You know, there are guys on YouTube that do updates like Mandela effect, kind of new Mandela effects. There's so many now that like it's hard to, I don't remember a lot of them. You know, I'll just see one that's ridiculous and I'll yell at Nia, you know. I'll tell her, hey, this is like this now, you know, which it was never like that. And she's like, yeah, no, it was never like that. She pretty much gets all the same ones I do. You know, she's affected by the same effects I am as well. But yeah, the Bible's crazy. The body changes are crazy. Like the all the organs that are moved, and your anatomy is different. Like the where your heart used to be. And you still see people posing like that when they're like popping for a flag or Pledge of Allegiance or something. They still put their hand on the left side of their chest because it's where the heart used to be. Or, you know, used to be for me. A lot of people will now say, no, it's always been the dead center of your chest. It doesn't make sense. Wow, all those places are gone. All this, what happened to all the trucks? It's weird, they're all gone. A lot of places closed and gone. This is a demon area right here. That little nook over there is where I see a lot of possessed people. You know, that's where a lot of them go. I don't know what the deal is with that little section, but and if it's not like some demonically possessed person or some homeless guy freaking out, it's you know, just a bunch of kids. It's a hangout for like ne'er-do-wells too, you know. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't look all that bad tonight. For Friday night, they'll be screaming, you know, none of that going on. Come up over here. Yeah, see, there's another Jesus guy over here, right? But look at his sign. It's like printed, okay, it has the same kind of print. It's like, that's a nice job, like that's done really nice, looks good. Professional, right? And then there's these new Asian ladies that are out in front of International Marketplace all the time. And they have signs that look like they came they came from the same place. You know? That guy over there too is usually yelling about how everybody's gonna die and flames and shit. And like you know, like I was saying, sometimes I feel like they're just trying to make people look bad who follow Christ, you know? With the, like, it's usually, I mean, they're usually screaming, but and most of the time they look fucking unhinged too. It's like they do that on purpose. It's not a regular guy? No, this is someone else. I don't think I've ever seen that guy. That little lick there just sounded like Peter Green. Sound like, oh well. Yeah, I mean, we'll get new buskers here, like that come around for a little while and then they're gone. Some people I've only seen once and then they're gone, but there are a group of regulars. COVID, of course, disrupted that. Some of the people that were here prior, I haven't seen since, you know, because they've probably been moved because, like I was saying in the last video, the state held all the money hostage and fucking starved people out, so they had to leave. But it's like, even people looking at that situation wouldn't see it for what it was. They'd be like, yeah, it's just they're having a hard time. Why? Every other state just got the fucking federal money passed them. It's already done. There is no need to go through it all. Like, they made it, you know, they kept saying we're processing them. It's like, you don't have to process anything. So like right away I kind of knew it was something was afoot at the Circle K, but I thought it was just a regular kind of corruption that happens here when it comes to federal money. Like, oh, we need this, and then okay, then they give them that amount, and it's like, well, we don't really need that much, so here's some for you, here's some for you. and then they all drive to their gated communities and pull it on Amazon, buying more Tommy Bahama shirts. Yeah, if you ever see like the, you know, the government, I guess, for lack of a better word, like the local government, when they go into, you know, when they go into the state house for whatever reason, or they're having some kind of thing, they always have to wear leis. I don't know why that is. They usually dress like beach bums, all of them. And I know it's Hawaii is a little bit more relaxed, but that's why Josh Green, your boy Jay Green, when he appears here, when he shows up, he's dressed as Maui from the Disney movie, because he seems to always put a lot of stuff on, and it seems to the more stuff he puts on seems to match if he's trying to get something over. You know, when it's a pivotal kind of, you know, address or something, he'll put on a large lei. And I was noticing that he was putting larger and larger ones on, because, you know, he has to relate to the people. Yeah, you know, whatever. So he thinks by you know, by islanding out as much as he can, it'll ingratiate him with the people here or something. You know, it's politician shit. But he looks ridiculous. So saying a Neo one time, like, the next thing he's gonna do, he's just gonna come out dressed like that fucking Disney guy. And then he did here. He shows up here looking like that with his 2 henchmen. One of those guys is a police chief over there in Maui, and then the other one's like the mayor or something. They all had a hand in that whole, you know, murder that happened over there. That most of the world seems to have just kind of forgotten about. You know, it's just like, that's the problem with the insanity that's happening in the world now. Things are happening so fast. No one has the time to really think about what's going on, and I think that's part of how they're getting a lot of this stuff over. And yeah, I mean, it's as the timeline moves on, our timeline, and things get more intense in the end times, there's more crazy stuff happening, more and more every day. And the reason why it's people forget about these things is because it's just the news cycle, you know, the 24-hour news cycle. I remember a time before CNN, before cable news, when, like, you know, 6 o'clock at night, you'd have the news. And then, like, from there, they started doing the 11 o'clock news. But then, once they were out of those programs, like, that was it. Unless something really crazy happened, and they would break into a show or something, you didn't have this constant thing going on. So then when they started doing the CNN thing and the cable news, it's like they didn't have enough news, so they started, like, sensationalizing everything just so they can keep this thing going. And then real life kind of events started to feed into that, or real life events in air quotes, the events they make in this constant show that goes on. You know, it was an adjustment for them, but they rose to the occasion because, of course, they knew what was happening anyway. And that's what it is, though. It's all a show. It's all a show. Instead of like, it's like a play group, whatever they call those people, a play troupe. Instead of doing like 2 shows a week, they're just constantly doing shows with that news cycle. Yeah, there's a moon. 500,000 miles away. Looks like it's right there, just sitting above the clouds. Because it is right there, sitting above the clouds. Not everybody sees it, though. Not everybody sees a lot of anything. That's why I'm here, though. And that's why some of you are here. And that's why some of you, you know, do your own channels and do your own stuff. And however you share information, you know, that's what we do. And let everybody else sleep. Stop trying to wake people up. It's only going to put you on yet another list. Let them sleep. We really don't need them. There's enough of us now. We just have to, there's enough enough of us together as far as beings, we just have to keep raising our vibrational frequency higher and higher and higher, become more and more detached from this place, and go up. And try to avoid getting off the elevator to do horizontal pursuits. Like, oh, how come this obvious psyop is going on now? Have a little bit of discernment. Speed of recognition is a big thing. How quickly can you recognize if something's bullshit and not worth your time? Because it's all bullshit. Most of the stuff isn't worth your time because it's not adding to your trip up to truth. You're off on a floor, wandering around, trying to see why, how long NASA's been making balloons out of their spacecraft. And the answer to that is the whole time. I'm gonna go meander around Longs. Till next time, thanks for joining me. As always, don't blame the teacher, blame the school.